Do not take your words lightly. Your body is not deaf. It hears every sentence, every thought, every whisper of belief, and it obeys. When you speak fear, your blood carries fear. When you speak life, your blood quickens with strength. Every command you give, whether in faith or in doubt, becomes law to the very cells that make you who you are. Joseph Murphy devoted his life to unveiling this mystery, that the life within you is listening, and it responds to the voice of your own heart. Those who gathered to hear him did not come for empty philosophy. They came for transformation, and transformation is what they received. For Murphy knew this. The body is not a separate thing, but an obedient reflection of mind and spirit. What you declare with conviction flows through your veins, shaping health or sickness, vitality or weakness. He spoke to awaken men and women to this hidden authority, to show them that healing begins the moment they choose their words with faith. And now you stand before that same truth, not by accident, not by chance. The words you are about to hear have healed broken bodies, renewed weary minds, and restored failing strength. They outlived the man himself, because they belong to an eternal law, one that does not weaken, does not falter, and does not sleep. So pause, breathe, lay down every careless word you have spoken over yourself. Step into this moment as though entering a sacred chamber, for what you are about to hear is not suggestion, it is command. It is seed, waiting for the soil of your mind, and once received, it will not leave you as it found you. Prepare your heart, quiet your thoughts, for once you understand that your blood obeys, you will never speak the same way again. Now, let the words of Joseph Murphy move through you, and witness what happens when you speak to your body and healing begins. And now, we begin.
Have you ever realized that your blood listens to every word you speak? That the very life force circulating through your veins is not a blind liquid but a responsive servant, obeying the decrees of your mind? Tonight I want you to let this truth pierce through every doubt. Your body is not separate from your thoughts. Every drop of blood, every nerve, every cell is listening, waiting, and responding. What you whisper within yourself becomes the command carried to your tissues, your organs, your bones. Speak weakness, and weakness seeps into your bloodstream. Speak strength, and strength courses through you like fire. This is not imagination, this is law. The subconscious mind, united with infinite intelligence, directs every function of your body according to the impressions it receives. And your words, charged with feeling, are the orders that determine whether your blood becomes your healer or your destroyer. Consider how you feel when anger consumes you. Your heart races, your face burns, your blood pressure rises. Who commanded this? Your thought. Consider how your body melts into peace when you dwell upon love or forgiveness. The very chemistry of your blood shifts in harmony with your mind. Physicians know that fear poisons the blood with toxins, while joy releases hormones of healing. Yet this truth was written long before medicine confirmed it. A merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones. Your spirit, your thought, your word, these are the rulers of your bloodstream. Do not think of blood as something foreign. It is your obedient servant, carrying the cargo of your belief to every cell in your being. There was once a man tormented by high blood pressure. He lived in constant dread, certain that his condition would worsen. Every night he repeated his fear to himself, impressing his subconscious with images of weakness. And the subconscious, obeying its master, produced the exact results he dreaded. I told him, stop poisoning your blood with fear. Begin to speak to it with love. I gave him an affirmation. The healing presence of God flows through my blood. Every drop is pure, strong, and vital. My heart beats in perfect rhythm with divine order. He repeated it nightly, until conviction replaced fear. Within weeks his pressure normalized, and his health was restored. His blood obeyed the new command. Remember this, what is impressed is expressed. Say it with me, write it down, let it burn in your memory. What is impressed is expressed. Your blood is the silent river of life, carrying messages from your mind to the most distant corner of your being. If you fill it with the message of harmony, it delivers harmony. If you fill it with the message of discord, it delivers discord. Imagine standing before a great army, and every soldier is waiting for your word. If you command retreat, they retreat. If you command advance, they advance. Your blood is that army, millions upon millions of obedient cells, waiting upon your belief. When you declare, I am strong, I am vital, I am whole, every cell hears, every organ receives, and the army marches to victory. But when you murmur, I am sick, I am weak, I am failing, the army obeys that as well, and disease marches in. Choose wisely, for your words are not idle. They are orders. I recall a woman crippled by anemia. She constantly told her friends, my blood is weak, I have no strength. Each repetition sank deeper into her subconscious, and her blood obeyed, becoming what she declared. When she came to me, I told her, change your decree, stop cursing your blood, and begin blessing it. I gave her these words, my blood is charged with divine vitality. Every corpuscle is filled with the light of health. I am strong, radiant, alive. At first she doubted, but she persisted, repeating it morning and night, writing it down, visualizing herself walking with strength. Slowly her body responded. Tests confirmed what faith already knew. Her blood had grown strong, her energy returned. She had spoken life into her veins, and her subconscious had carried out the order. Understand this. Your subconscious controls your circulation, your heartbeat, your digestion, your respiration, every automatic function of the body. But it does not act independently. It acts according to the beliefs impressed upon it. If you affirm sickness, it directs the body into disharmony. If you affirm health, it directs the body into harmony. This is the law of correspondence. As within, so without. The condition of your blood reflects the condition of your belief. Speak fear, and your blood carries fear. Speak faith, and your blood carries faith. The choice is yours. Tonight, decide that your blood will no longer carry poison. Decide that it will carry healing. Give it new orders, and it will obey. Even science reveals this truth. When a man trembles with fear, his blood fills with adrenaline, preparing his body for flight. When a man dwells in love, his blood fills with healing hormones that strengthen and restore. These are not accidents, they are responses. Your body is the servant of your thought. Your blood is the river that carries the messages, and the messages come from your words, your affirmations, your inner speech. What you continually say to yourself is what your body continually becomes. Therefore, guard your speech as you would guard your life, for indeed your life depends on it. Your subconscious does not tire. Even while you sleep, it listens to your last words, your final impressions, and carries them out through the night. That is why the moments before sleep are so powerful. If you drift into slumber murmuring fear, your blood works all night to fulfill that fear. But if you fall asleep affirming health, your blood works all night to fulfill that health. Tonight, before you close your eyes, give your blood noble orders. Whisper gently but firmly, every drop of blood in my body is charged with divine vitality. I am strong, I am healed, I am filled with life. Let this be your lullaby, your last seed planted before the fertile soil of sleep. For the seed planted tonight will be the harvest tomorrow. Now, let us engrave this truth upon the tablet of your soul. Say it, write it, let it echo within. I am one with divine health. My blood flows pure, strong, and free. Every cell obeys the law of life. I am vital, I am healed, I am whole. Repeat it until it sinks deep into your subconscious. For what is impressed tonight will be expressed in your body tomorrow. Speak to your blood with faith and watch as healing begins to flow like a golden river through your veins. Every word you speak within yourself is a decree issued to the silent intelligence that governs your body. The subconscious mind, united with infinite intelligence, directs the beating of your heart, the flow of your blood, the renewal of your cells. It carries out instructions without hesitation, without argument, without reasoning. If you tell it that you are frail, it will weaken your frame. If you tell it that you are strong, it will summon vitality. If you whisper defeat, it will dissolve your courage. If you declare victory, it will quicken your pulse with energy and resolve. Do not imagine for a moment that words are idle. They are the most powerful medicine or the most subtle poison, and your bloodstream is the messenger delivering them to every organ, every tissue, every cell. There was once a girl who trembled with stage fright. Before every performance, she whispered, I cannot do this, I will fail. Her subconscious, obedient as always, carried that message into her body, and her blood obeyed. Her hands grew cold, her heart raced, her voice faltered. She had spoken failure into her very veins. I taught her to reverse the command. Before each performance, she was to declare, I am poised, I am calm, I am confident. The Spirit of God sings through me. She repeated it until her subconscious accepted it, and soon her blood carried the chemistry of confidence instead of fear. The trembling ceased, and her voice rang out clear. What changed? Only the decree. What is impressed is expressed. Write it, whisper it, engrave it. What is impressed is expressed. Understand that fear is faith inverted. It is faith in disease, faith in disaster, faith in defeat. And the subconscious does not distinguish between faith in good or faith in evil. It accepts whichever you impress upon it and expresses accordingly. If you fear illness and continually repeat it to yourself, your blood chemistry shifts, preparing your body to carry out that belief. If you affirm health with conviction, your blood becomes charged with healing hormones, repairing tissues, strengthening your frame. This is why the scripture says, choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. Every affirmation is a choice, every decree is a seed. Your blood is the soil in which it grows. Choose wisely, for the harvest is inevitable. I once knew a woman who carried bitterness for years. Her face was drawn, her body weakened, her blood tests showed disorder. I told her, your resentment is poisoning your blood. Release it, and your blood will be cleansed. She resisted, but eventually she began to affirm, I forgive, I release. Divine love fills my heart and flows through my blood. As she repeated it, her subconscious received a new impression. Slowly her countenance brightened, her blood normalized, her health returned. Forgiveness became her medicine. Love became her cure. Do not underestimate the power of thought to transform chemistry. Your blood obeys your inner speech as faithfully as a soldier obeys his general. Think of the subconscious as the central command, and your words as orders dispatched to every outpost of your body. The bloodstream is the courier, carrying the message swiftly and silently. If the order is strength, strength is delivered. If the order is weakness, weakness is delivered. There is no debate, no hesitation. This is why idle words spoken in jest often manifest as serious conditions. The subconscious does not laugh, it does not joke. It accepts, it obeys. Guard therefore every phrase, especially those joined to I am. For when you say I am sick, your blood carries sickness. When you say I am well, your blood carries health. Attach to I am only what you desire to live. Science itself confirms what ancient wisdom has declared. Fear alters the blood, flooding it with adrenaline. Peace alters the blood, filling it with hormones of balance. Anger alters the blood, poisoning it with toxins. Joy alters the blood, releasing the chemistry of healing. These are not accidents, they are laws. The body is the servant of the mind. The bloodstream is the messenger of the subconscious, and the subconscious obeys the conviction you impress upon it, whether by fear or by faith. Life does not wait for chance, it waits for command, and the command is always your word. The hours before sleep are your golden opportunity. At that moment, the conscious guard relaxes, and the subconscious receives impressions most deeply. Whatever you whisper as you drift into slumber is carried directly into the bloodstream of your belief. If you fall asleep murmuring, I am weak, I am ill, I am failing, then your blood labors all night to carry out those instructions. But if you fall asleep affirming, I am strong, I am whole, I am filled with divine vitality, then your blood labors all night to restore, to repair, to heal. Do not give the night to fear, give it to faith, and the morning will return to you the fruit of your decree. Let us seal this truth with living words. Say with me, not as idle repetition, but as decree. I am strong, I am whole, I am filled with divine vitality. Every drop of my blood carries the healing presence of God. I am renewed, I am restored, I am alive with the life of the infinite. Write it, whisper it, and let it burn within you. For your blood is listening, and what you impress tonight, it will express tomorrow. Every organ of your body is under the command of the subconscious, and the subconscious listens to the language of your belief. Your blood is not blind fluid, it is a river of intelligence, carrying signals and commands from your inner world to every tissue. It does not argue, it does not resist, it simply delivers what you decree. If you fill it with thoughts of health, it carries health. If you saturate it with thoughts of decay, it carries decay. The law is impartial. Just as fire warms or burns according to use, The subconscious and your blood respond with exact justice to whatever word you speak. This is why you must become ruthless in guarding the conversation you keep within yourself, for those words will soon flow in your veins as living reality. I recall a man who constantly muttered, "My blood is poison, my body is weak." He believed this firmly, and indeed his health deteriorated. When I confronted him, I told him, "Your blood obeys you. If you curse it, it will obey the curse. If you bless it, it will obey the blessing. Stop issuing death warrants to your bloodstream and begin issuing decrees of life." I gave him the affirmation, "The river of life flows pure through my veins. Every drop of blood is cleansed, renewed, and restored by divine intelligence." He repeated it until it replaced his old confession, and slowly tests revealed improved health, strength, and vitality. Nothing magical had happened, only the law at work. What is impressed is expressed. Say it now, let it engrave itself upon your mind. What is impressed is expressed. The subconscious cannot tell the difference between the vividly imagined and the physically experienced. If you vividly picture your blood as pure, vibrant, flowing with strength, your subconscious accepts that image as fact and commands your body accordingly. If you picture it as weak, diseased, or failing, it will also obey. Athletes use this law when they visualize perfect performance, their bodies responding as though the event had already taken place. Why should you not use the same principle for healing? Close your eyes, imagine your blood as radiant light coursing through your veins, cleansing, renewing, empowering. Let the image be vivid, let the feeling be real, and your subconscious will accept it as reality. Soon your body will mirror the picture. One woman with poor circulation constantly repeated, "My hands are always cold. My blood does not flow." The subconscious took her at her word, and her condition persisted. I told her to reverse it. "Divine warmth fills my hands. My blood flows freely and harmoniously. Life circulates through me with ease." She repeated it daily, and with conviction, until her body responded. Warmth returned, circulation improved, and her affliction left her. She had spoken new life into her blood, and the blood had obeyed. What you say consistently is what you live inevitably. The subconscious holds no resistance. It yields to your dominant impression. You must also understand that your words not only shape your body, but create the atmosphere of your entire being. If your inner speech is fear, your blood delivers fear, and your life attracts fearful conditions. If your inner speech is confidence, your blood delivers strength, and your life attracts harmony. This is the law of correspondence, as within, so without. Every drop of blood is a messenger of your belief, and when they march in harmony with your affirmations of health and peace, your outer world reflects the same. If you want peace outside, you must declare peace inside. If you want abundance outside, you must affirm abundance inside. The bloodstream of your thought becomes the bloodstream of your life. Science has proven that mental states alter the chemistry of the blood. Fear releases poisons, anger produces toxins, joy releases healing endorphins, love balances hormones. These are not random accidents. They are proof that thought commands blood, and blood carries out the order. The ancient psalmist declared, "Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life." The issues of life are the literal outflow, the bloodstream, the vitality that sustains your being. Guard your heart, your inner thought, because your blood will faithfully carry its decree. This is why you must never indulge in self-condemnation, never wallow in resentment, never rehearse sickness. Each thought is a chemical command. Each feeling is a prescription. Write it down. My thoughts are prescriptions to my blood. What I decree is what I become. Your subconscious responds best to repetition with feeling. One statement said once is like a single drop of water on stone, but a statement repeated daily with conviction carves deep grooves until the subconscious accepts it as law. When you affirm, "I am healed, I am whole, I am strong," not once but daily, nightly, with emotion, your subconscious takes the words as fact. It directs your blood to carry that belief to every part of your body. And in time, the outer reflects the inner decree. This is not hope, it is certainty. The law is relentless. The seed always bears its own fruit. Sow health, reap health. Sow strength, reap strength. Sow harmony, reap harmony. What is impressed is expressed. Do not think you must wait for years to see results. The subconscious works the instant it accepts the impression. Some effects may show quickly, Others may take time to bloom, but the law is always in motion. The moment you change the command, the bloodstream begins to carry out the new order. Be patient, but be unwavering. The farmer who plants seed does not dig it up each day to see if it grows. He trusts the soil. Trust your subconscious. Trust the law. Speak the word. Feel the word. Believe the word, and then rest. Your blood is already obeying. Seal this lesson with a decree spoken with conviction. Say with me, I am strong, I am healed, I am whole. My blood flows pure with divine life. Every cell obeys the law of God. I am renewed, I am restored, I am vital. Write it on paper. Whisper it before sleep. Let it resound in your mind until your subconscious accepts it. For once impressed, it must be expressed, and your body will mirror the decree of your belief. Every night when you close your eyes, the great workshop of the subconscious begins its tireless labor, carrying out the last orders you have spoken to yourself. Your blood becomes the silent courier, rushing those decrees into every artery, every vein, every cell. If you drift into sleep repeating fear, your blood works through the night to fashion that fear into flesh. If you sink into slumber affirming health, your blood takes those words and sculpts them into renewal. This is why the wise have always said, never let the sun go down upon your wrath, for the feelings you harbor before sleep become the seed of tomorrow's harvest. You cannot hide from your subconscious. You cannot deceive it. It accepts the final word you impress, and your blood obeys it faithfully. I recall a businessman who battled insomnia for years. Each night he lay in bed muttering, I cannot sleep, I will toss and turn, I am restless. His blood carried those commands, and his body obeyed with sleeplessness. When he came to me, I told him, stop issuing sentences of bondage to yourself, begin to decree peace. I gave him these words, I am calm, I am serene, the peace of God fills my mind and body, and I sleep in divine order. He repeated it nightly until his blood chemistry shifted, relaxing him into slumber. Within weeks he was sleeping like a child. His cure was not in tablets, but in truth. His blood had obeyed the new command, and so will yours, if you dare to replace fear with faith. Your words are not vapor. They are substance. They enter your subconscious, are impressed upon it, and are then carried by your bloodstream to every part of your being. Think of a king issuing proclamations. The couriers ride swiftly to every province of the kingdom, and the people obey. So it is with your body. Your conscious mind is the king, your subconscious the kingdom, and your blood the couriers. If the proclamation is peace, the couriers deliver peace. If it is disharmony, they deliver disharmony. Life is not mocking you. Life is obeying you. What you continually affirm is what your body continually becomes. You may not like this responsibility, but it is yours nonetheless, and it is your path to freedom, once you embrace it. One young man constantly declared, I am nervous, I cannot handle pressure. His blood received those commands, carrying tension throughout his system, and his body trembled under strain. I instructed him to reverse the decree. Instead of cursing himself, he was to bless himself. I am calm under pressure. I am poised, composed, and guided by divine wisdom. He wrote it on paper, kept it in his pocket, and whispered it whenever anxiety threatened. Slowly the old groove wore away and the new belief took root. His blood chemistry shifted, his nervousness faded, and he became steady where once he was shaken. He had learned the simple yet profound truth, never let your words betray you. Speak only what you desire to live. Science confirms what spiritual law has declared for ages. Your mental state is mirrored in your blood. Fear produces acidity. Anger releases poisons. Joy produces endorphins that heal. Love releases hormones that balance and restore. The subconscious mind is the chemist, and your blood is the laboratory. Every thought is a prescription, every feeling a dose, every affirmation a command to the inner pharmacy. Do not poison the laboratory with resentment. Do not fill it with the acid of worry. Fill it with the sweetness of faith, the strength of confidence, the balm of love. Your blood will obey, your body will heal, your life will transform. Never underestimate the power of imagination. The subconscious responds most deeply to vivid pictures charged with emotion. If you see yourself as frail, your blood delivers frailty. If you imagine yourself as radiant, your blood delivers vitality. One woman with chronic fatigue learned to close her eyes and see her blood as a river of golden light, flowing strong and free through her veins, energizing every part of her. She repeated the picture daily, declaring, "I am filled with the light of life. My blood is strong and vital." In time, her body responded. The image had become reality. The subconscious does not distinguish between the seen and the vividly imagined. It accepts both as real and commands the body accordingly. This is why you must guard your nightly ritual. The world fills your mind with images of fear, disease, and limitation. If you carry these into your sleep, your subconscious accepts them, and your blood obeys them. Shut the door. Before you rest, clear the clutter, and fill your mind with noble orders. Affirm with faith, "I am whole, I am strong, every drop of blood in me is a river of health and vitality." Write it down. Whisper it with feeling. Let it be the last impression of your day, and it will be the first expression of your tomorrow. Remember always, the subconscious cannot be mocked. It does not argue. It does not delay. It does not forget. It simply accepts and obeys. If you speak life, it obeys with life. If you speak death, it obeys with death. The law is exact, but it is also your greatest ally, for it will never fail you when you speak truth. It will never resist you when you affirm health. It will never betray you when you command love. You are the lawgiver, and your body is the obedient servant. Rule it with wisdom, and it will serve you with joy. Seal this moment with a decree that will reverberate through your entire being. Say it with me now. I am pure. I am whole. I am filled with divine power. My blood flows strong and free, carrying healing to every cell. I am vital. I am restored. I am renewed. Repeat it. Write it. Let it echo in your subconscious until it becomes your conviction. For once impressed, it must be expressed, and your blood will rise to obey. Every cell in your body listens to the decree of your inner voice. The subconscious mind is the general, your blood is the army, and every cell is a soldier awaiting command. When you declare weakness, your soldiers stagger. When you declare strength, they march in power. This is why it is written, "Let the weak say, I am strong." It is not a suggestion, it is a command to the subconscious, and the blood will obey. If you dwell on sickness, you are issuing orders of defeat. If you affirm health with conviction, you are raising a banner of victory. Your body cannot help but reflect the command, for the law is exact. What is impressed is expressed. Speak with authority, and your blood will carry the message into every corner of your being. I once met a man who constantly said, "I am old, I am worn out, my blood is tired." He looked it, he felt it, and his health crumbled. I told him, "You are condemning yourself with your own words. Stop sentencing your blood to decay. Begin to declare life." I gave him this affirmation, "The life of God flows through my blood. Every drop is charged with vitality, every cell renewed with youth." He thought it foolish, but agreed to try. He repeated it daily, morning and night, until his words became conviction. Within months, his strength returned, his face brightened, his energy renewed. Friends asked what medicine he had found. His medicine was the word of truth. His blood had obeyed the new command. Your subconscious is the silent engineer of your physiology. It regulates your heartbeat, balances your hormones, renews your cells, and governs the endless symphony of life within you. Yet it listens for your instruction. If you feed it fear, it plays a dirge. If you feed it faith, it plays a hymn of triumph. The bloodstream is the instrument carrying the music to every part of the body. You must therefore become the composer of your own health. Do not leave the score to chance. Write it with words of healing, with affirmations of strength, with visions of harmony. Your body will play the song you give it, and your blood will be the messenger carrying each note to its destination. A woman came to me suffering from skin eruptions. She constantly declared, "My blood is impure, I am poisoned within." Her subconscious took her at her word, and her condition worsened. I instructed her to reverse the decree. The river of life flows pure through me. My blood is cleansed by divine intelligence. Every cell is washed in light. She repeated it daily, writing it on slips of paper, posting it where she could see it. In time, her skin cleared, her blood normalized, her body healed. She had replaced the poison of words with the medicine of truth. The subconscious, once impressed with purity, expressed purity. and the bloodstream obeyed, carrying the message to every cell. Do not say to yourself, "This is too simple," for the law of life is simple, yet profound. Every thought is a seed, every word a decree, every feeling an impression. The subconscious is the soil, the blood is the courier, and the harvest is inevitable. Complexity is man's invention. Simplicity is God's law. Speak the word, believe the word, feel the word, and the word becomes flesh. Your blood will carry it, your body will express it, your life will reveal it. This is why idle words are dangerous. They are not idle at all. They are commands disguised as casual speech, and the subconscious obeys them with exactness. Guard your tongue, for it is the pen writing orders to your blood. Remember that emotion gives power to words. A cold statement barely scratches the surface, but when you affirm with feeling, the subconscious is moved, and the blood responds. If you say, "I am healed," without emotion, it may pass like wind. But if you say, "I am healed, I am strong, I am filled with divine power," with conviction, imagination, and expectancy, the subconscious accepts it as fact. The blood then obeys, carrying hormones of healing, strengthening immunity, repairing tissues. The difference is not in the phrase, but in the fire behind it. Speak with the fire of belief, and the law will act with urgency. One young student learned this principle in overcoming stage fright. He used to say, "I will faint, I will stumble." His blood obeyed and his body shook. I told him, "Speak differently. Say, I am calm, I am confident. My blood carries peace and strength." He obeyed, and soon his body mirrored his new decree. The same principle applies to every condition. What you say, your blood hears. What you affirm, your blood carries. What you believe, your body becomes. The law cannot be broken. It can only be misused or used wisely. Do not wait until disease appears to begin speaking life. Begin now. Prevent sickness by affirming health. Prevent weakness by affirming strength. Prevent decay by affirming renewal. Your blood listens every moment. Do not waste the moments. Speak continually with faith. Let every I am be a proclamation of life, not death. For each I am is a seed, and the harvest is certain. Attach only what you desire to live. Say, "I am strong, I am pure, I am divinely guided," and your blood will carry it into being. Let us seal this truth with a decree that will vibrate in every drop of your blood. Say it with me. I am strong, I am pure, I am filled with divine vitality. My blood flows like a golden river, carrying healing and power to every cell. I am restored, I am renewed, I am whole. Write it, whisper it, let it saturate your subconscious until your body cannot help but reflect it. For once impressed, it must be expressed, and your blood will march in obedience to the law of your belief. Every condition you experience in the body is the echo of words spoken in the hidden chamber of the mind. Your blood is not a passive current. It is the living river that circulates those words to every cell, every organ, every nerve. When you continually repeat, "I am tired, I am frail, I am sick," your bloodstream obeys and distributes weakness to your frame. When you declare with conviction, "I am strong, I am filled with vitality, I am whole," your bloodstream obeys with equal faithfulness, carrying vigor, energy, and balance. The law is impartial, exact, unchanging. Life does not ask whether your decree is noble or ignoble. It simply expresses what you impress. The seed does not argue. It grows into whatever has been planted. Your words are those seeds, and your blood is the fertile soil that brings them into form. I knew a man who lived in dread of heart disease. Each day he told his friends, "It runs in my family, I will likely be next." His subconscious received that repeated command, and his blood carried the chemistry of fear throughout his body. Soon symptoms appeared, and his prophecy fulfilled itself. When he came to me, I told him, "Stop handing down death sentences to your heart. Begin declaring life." I taught him to affirm, "The rhythm of my heart is the rhythm of God. My blood flows in perfect harmony with divine order. I am strong, vital, and protected." He persisted until the new belief replaced the old fear. Tests later revealed improved heart health. What happened? He impressed a new command, and his blood obeyed. This is not chance, it is law. Your subconscious is the invisible physician, working day and night to repair, restore, and sustain you. But it takes its cue from your belief. If you instruct it with fear, it becomes the servant of fear. If you instruct it with faith, it becomes the servant of faith. Your bloodstream is the delivery system of these instructions. Every hormone, every immune response, every chemical adjustment in the body is triggered by the orders the subconscious receives. Think of your inner world as the drafting room where plans are drawn, and your blood as the courier carrying those plans into construction. The body is the building, and it will rise according to the blueprint you continually deliver. One woman with chronic fatigue constantly muttered, "I am drained. My blood has no strength." The subconscious, uncritical, accepted her verdict. Her blood chemistry shifted to match her declaration, and exhaustion deepened. When I explained the law to her, she was startled. She had not realized she was condemning herself with her own speech. I gave her this new command: my blood is radiant with divine light. Every corpuscle is charged with energy. I am filled with the vitality of the infinite. She repeated it before sleep and upon waking. Within weeks her energy rose, her complexion brightened, and her life transformed. She had reversed her condition by reversing her decree. This same law waits upon you to use it wisely. Guard every I am that passes your lips, for each is a decree to your subconscious and a command to your blood. If you attach sickness to I am, you are summoning it. If you attach health, you are summoning healing. If you attach weakness, you are summoning weakness. If you attach strength, you are summoning vitality. The subconscious cannot reject an impression, it accepts and expresses. Therefore let your I am be sacred. Attach to it only that which you desire to live. Say with conviction, I am whole, I am strong, I am free, and your blood will carry that message as truth. Science bears witness to this spiritual law. Anger thickens the blood, poisoning it with toxins. Fear drives adrenaline into the bloodstream, weakening immunity. Love releases oxytocin, balancing and healing. Joy floods the blood with endorphins that restore the body. These are not mere reactions, they are confirmations that thought commands chemistry, and chemistry commands health. The subconscious is the chemist, your words are the prescriptions, and your blood is the medicine delivered. What you decree with faith becomes the chemistry of your life. The laboratory is always open, always listening, always producing. The only question is, what prescriptions are you writing? Do not think of your affirmations as empty phrases. They are living commands. They are decrees written upon the heart, delivered to the bloodstream, and executed in flesh. If you repeat them coldly, they fall flat. But if you speak them with fire, with emotion, with vision, the subconscious seizes them, and the blood obeys instantly. Imagine your body as you speak. Feel the vitality as though it were already real. Let the picture be vivid, the words alive, the feeling deep. The subconscious cannot resist conviction. It cannot delay faith. It must express what is impressed. One student of mine struggled with chronic anxiety. His body shook, his blood raced, his nights were restless. He admitted that his constant inner phrase was, "I am nervous, I cannot cope." I told him, "Change your decrees, speak what you wish, not what you fear." I gave him this affirmation: I am calm, I am composed, I am filled with divine peace. My blood carries serenity to every nerve. He practiced until his words became belief, and belief became chemistry. His trembling ceased, his nights grew restful, his life regained harmony. The change was not external, it was internal. His blood simply obeyed his new command. Let us seal this lesson tonight with a decree that will echo through every vein. Say with me, I am whole, I am strong, I am renewed. My blood flows pure and free, carrying the healing presence of God to every cell. I am restored, I am vital, I am filled with divine light. Write it, whisper it, let it settle deep into your subconscious. For once impressed, it must be expressed, and your blood will rush to fulfill it. Your blood is the hidden scripture of your belief, written silently but read in every heartbeat, every breath, every movement you make. It testifies without words to the convictions you impress upon the subconscious. If your inner speech is filled with fear, your blood reveals it in tension, fatigue, and sickness. If your inner speech is filled with faith, your blood reveals it in vitality, energy, and healing. Life does not mock you, it mirrors you. The bloodstream is not rebellious, it is obedient to the law of your mind. And the law is this: as you think in your heart, so are you. Not as you pretend, not as you hope, but as you truly believe. Your body cannot lie. It reveals what your subconscious has been commanded to express. I once knew a woman who continually repeated, "My circulation is poor, my blood is weak." She rehearsed these words daily until her subconscious accepted them as law. Her complexion was pale, her energy faint, her body languid. When she came to me, I told her plainly, "You are condemning yourself with your words. Your blood is not your enemy, it is your servant. Stop issuing decrees of defeat and begin to issue decrees of victory." I gave her these words, "The river of divine life flows strong and free through my veins. Every drop of blood is radiant with vitality. I am strong, I am renewed, I am alive." She practiced with persistence, and in time her body reflected the new command. Her color returned, her strength rose, her joy awakened. Her blood had obeyed a new master. The subconscious is exact. It cannot be tricked, it cannot be bribed, it cannot be mocked. It accepts the dominant impression and expresses it without fail. This is why idle phrases are so dangerous. A casual remark of weakness repeated often becomes a conviction. A light-hearted joke about sickness repeated daily becomes a seed planted deep. The subconscious does not laugh, it obeys, and the blood carries out its orders. Do not make a mockery of your own health by speaking against yourself. Let your words be guarded, deliberate, filled with truth. For every word you speak to yourself is a seed, and every seed becomes flesh. Your blood is the bridge between your thought and your body. When you imagine vividly, the subconscious accepts the picture, and the blood carries it into expression. Picture weakness, and your body becomes weak. Picture strength, and your body grows strong. Picture sickness, and your body manifests sickness. Picture health, and your body manifests health. One man plagued with chronic illness imagined his blood as dark and diseased, and his health worsened. When he learned the law, he reversed the image. He saw his blood as golden light, pure and radiant, flowing freely, cleansing and restoring. He repeated the vision daily, affirming, "My blood is filled with divine life. I am whole, I am healed, I am free." In time his tests showed improvement, and his body responded. The law had not changed, only the impression had changed. Remember, your subconscious governs your immune system, your hormones, your digestion, your entire physiology. Yet it is not a tyrant, it is a servant. It waits for your word, your decree, your belief. If you impress fear, it serves fear. If you impress faith, it serves faith. Your blood is the courier, delivering those instructions to every organ, every cell. This is why you must never surrender to despair. Even when sickness speaks loudly, you have a louder voice, the voice of decree. Say, "I am whole, I am strong, I am renewed," and persist until your subconscious accepts it. Once it does, your blood will obey, and the body will follow. Science reveals what spirit has always taught. The blood changes with thought. Fear weakens it. Joy strengthens it. Anger poisons it. Love purifies it. Worry constricts it. Peace relaxes it. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations of law. The subconscious is the chemist. The blood is the solution, and your thought is the formula. Change the formula and you change the chemistry. Change the chemistry and you change the body. The laboratory of your being never closes, never rests, never forgets. It is mixing, blending, producing every moment according to the prescription of your mind. Be wise in what you prescribe, for you must drink what you order. You must also understand that persistence is the secret of mastery. One affirmation spoken once may pass away like a breeze, but an affirmation spoken daily with feeling becomes law. The subconscious is impressed by repetition, and the blood responds by expressing it. A man does not grow strong by lifting a weight once, but by lifting it daily. So too with affirmations. Speak them until they carve grooves in your subconscious. Whisper them until they become your inner music. Repeat them until they are not merely phrases, but convictions. And once conviction is born, the blood rushes to obey. Let your last thought before sleep, and your first thought upon waking, be decrees of life. Do not let fear be your night companion, or doubt your morning guest. Speak health into your bloodstream. Speak strength into your veins. Speak harmony into your cells. Your subconscious listens most deeply in those moments. and your blood carries those impressions into every hidden chamber of your being. This is why so many are healed in their sleep, because the seed planted before rest grows swiftly in the fertile soil of the subconscious. Do not waste the night with fear. Plant faith, and the morning will reap its fruit. Now speak with me, not as a chant, but as a decree. I am whole, I am strong, I am healed. My blood flows pure, radiant, and free. Every cell obeys the law of divine life. I am renewed, I am restored, I am filled with vitality. Write it, whisper it, engrave it upon your heart. For once impressed, it must be expressed, and your blood will rush to fulfill the law of your belief. Your blood is not an accident of biology, it is the sacred carrier of your inner decree, the living river that testifies to the power of thought united with belief. Every beat of your heart is the echo of a word you have spoken within yourself. Every surge of energy, every moment of fatigue, every rise and fall in health is a reflection of the impressions you have allowed to settle in your subconscious. You may tell yourself that circumstances control you, that heredity binds you, that fate has fixed your condition, but life reveals otherwise. For the law of belief overrides all else, and your blood obeys the word you continually declare. You are not a prisoner of chance, you are a commander issuing orders, and the army of your cells marches accordingly. A man once came to me burdened with arthritis. He spoke daily of stiffness, repeating to his friends, I am crippled, I am locked in pain. His subconscious received this as law, and his blood chemistry shifted to carry inflammation throughout his body. I told him, your words are chains upon your blood. Stop declaring bondage, begin declaring freedom. I gave him these words, every joint is supple, every muscle is free. My blood carries the oil of harmony to every limb. I am flexible, I am strong, I am whole. He began repeating this morning and night, at first with doubt, but later with conviction. Slowly mobility returned, pain diminished, and strength flowed back into his frame. He had issued new commands, and his blood obeyed. What you say consistently is what you live inevitably. Understand this deeply. The subconscious is like fertile soil, and your words are the seeds. The blood is the water that nourishes those seeds, and the harvest is your body and your life. If you sow weeds of fear, weeds will grow. If you sow roses of faith, roses will bloom. The soil does not choose, it only yields. The bloodstream does not argue, it only delivers. The subconscious does not discriminate, it only obeys. The responsibility is yours, but so is the power. This is why you must become deliberate, intentional, ruthless in your choice of inner speech. Every word spoken within yourself is a seed sown in eternity. Sow wisely, for what is impressed is expressed. Science itself has shown that suggestion can produce physical changes in the blood. Under hypnosis, subjects develop rashes, fevers, even stigmata, purely by suggestion. Others experience sudden relief from pain, healing of symptoms, restoration of calm, all through the power of belief. If a mere suggestion from another can alter the blood, how much more can the suggestions you give yourself daily reshape your health? The subconscious is listening, not only to others, but most deeply to you, and your blood is waiting to obey. Never forget, your body is not the master of your thought. Your thought is the master of your body. One woman who suffered from chronic headaches confessed that she constantly said, my blood is congested, my head is heavy. Her subconscious obeyed, and the condition persisted. I told her, change the picture, speak differently. Imagine your blood flowing clear and free. I gave her these words, the river of life flows pure through me. My head is light, my blood is balanced, every cell is at peace. She repeated it faithfully, imagining streams of light flowing through her body. The headaches diminished, then vanished entirely. She had not discovered a new law. She had finally used the law rightly. Your blood is ready to obey the pictures you paint. Paint health, and it will carry health. Paint freedom, and it will carry freedom. Do not let despair whisper that your condition is too far gone. The subconscious does not measure difficulty. It does not say this is small, that is large. It simply obeys the impression. To infinite intelligence, a tumor is no harder to heal than a scratch. To the subconscious, renewing an organ is no harder than repairing a cell. Your blood is capable of carrying any command you impress upon it, no matter how great. The only limit is the limit of your belief. If you say it is hopeless, your blood will obey. If you say I am healed, I am restored, your blood will obey that as well. The choice lies in your decree, and the law is impartial. One man plagued by ulcers continually said, I am eaten up inside, I cannot digest life. His subconscious accepted the decree, and his blood chemistry produced what he declared. I told him to reverse it, to speak blessing instead of curse. His new affirmation was, I digest life with ease. My blood carries peace to every fiber. I am nourished, I am calm, I am free. Within months, his body reflected the change. The ulcers healed, the pain faded, his life was renewed. He had spoken peace into his blood, and his blood had obeyed. Never underestimate the reach of your own decree. Your words are not whispers, they are laws impressed upon the very currents of your being. You must therefore practice discipline in thought and speech. Do not allow idle remarks of sickness or frailty to escape your lips. Do not allow the mind to wander in rehearsals of fear. Each word is a seed, each thought a decree, each feeling an impression. The subconscious records them all, and the blood delivers them faithfully. If you wish health, affirm health. If you wish strength, affirm strength. If you wish freedom, affirm freedom. If you wish strength, affirm strength. If you wish freedom, affirm freedom. Let your inner speech be a continual liturgy of life, a hymn of harmony, a decree of abundance, for your blood is listening, and it will never fail to obey. Seal this truth tonight with a decree spoken as though life itself depends upon it, because it does. Say with me, I am free, I am strong, I am healed. My blood flows pure, clear, and radiant with divine light. Every cell receives healing, every organ obeys harmony, every drop carries peace. I am renewed, I am restored, I am whole. Write it on your paper, whisper it before sleep. Repeat it until your subconscious accepts it. For once impressed, it must be expressed, and your blood will obey with absolute faithfulness. Your blood is a living testimony to the thoughts you permit, a constant witness carrying evidence of your belief through every artery and vein. When fear dominates, it is written in the chemistry of your blood. When peace rules, it is written in the same stream. You cannot separate your inner world from your physical world, for they are bound by law. The subconscious mind impresses its convictions upon your body, and your blood is the courier delivering those convictions. This is why some grow frail though they live in abundance, while others thrive though they face hardship. It is not circumstance that sustains or destroys, it is the decree of the heart, and the bloodstream obeys it without fail. I once met a man who continually said, My blood is cursed. I inherited weakness from my family. He repeated this until it became his creed, and his body expressed what he believed. His skin was pale, his energy low, his life burdened. When he came to me, I told him, You have impressed the wrong law upon your subconscious. Heredity is not your master. Belief is your master. Begin to speak differently. I gave him these words. The life of God flows in my blood. I am not bound by heredity. Divine health is my inheritance. Every cell is renewed with strength. He resisted at first, but repeated it faithfully. Within months his complexion brightened, his vigor returned, and he realized the chain of heredity had been broken, not by chance, but by belief. What is impressed is expressed. Remember it, say it, write it, let it carve itself upon your heart. The subconscious mind cannot reject your conviction, it can only execute it. If you declare weakness, weakness it will carry. If you declare vitality, vitality it will deliver. This is why you must not allow careless speech to slip into your inner dialogue. The body does not forget what the mind repeats. Your blood does not question your motives. It only carries your words as fact. You are always impressive, whether you mean to or not. And what is impressed must be expressed. Therefore, take hold of your inner speech. Refuse to let it wander in the desert of fear. Lead it deliberately into the garden of health, harmony, and peace. One woman plagued with constant infections confessed that her constant thought was, My blood is weak, my body is defenseless. She had repeated it until her subconscious accepted it as law. I told her, stop rehearsing defeat. Begin declaring strength. Speak to your blood as you would to a faithful servant. I gave her this affirmation. My blood is radiant with divine power. My immune system is strong, perfect, invincible. Every cell is alive with the presence of God. She repeated it daily, visualizing her blood as light flowing through her body, carrying strength and defense. Slowly the pattern reversed. The infection ceased, and health returned. She had learned to command her blood with words of life, and her blood had obeyed. Science confirms this law. Studies show that constant fear suppresses the immune system, leaving the body vulnerable. Love and joy release chemicals that strengthen it. Anger poisons the blood with toxins, while peace releases harmony. These are not mysteries, they are confirmations that the subconscious is the chemist, your thought the formula, and your blood the obedient servant. You cannot change this law, but you can use it. Misuse it with fear and you suffer. Use it with faith and you heal. The responsibility is yours, but so is the power. Do not think that affirmations are wishful thinking. They are commands. They are decrees issued to the subconscious, impressed upon it through repetition and feeling. If you repeat them coldly, they pass away. But if you repeat them with conviction, with vision, with expectancy, they are carved into the subconscious as truth. The blood then obeys, carrying out the decree. This is why you must unite imagination with affirmation. Picture yourself as healed, as whole, as vibrant. Feel the reality of it as you affirm. The subconscious does not distinguish between the imagined and the actual. It only knows the intensity of the impression. Make it vivid, and your blood will act as though it were already real. A man once crippled by ulcers learned this truth. He admitted that his constant phrase was, "Life eats me alive, I cannot stomach it." His subconscious obeyed, and his blood chemistry matched his words. I told him, reverse the decree. Begin speaking peace. I gave him this affirmation. I digest life with ease. My blood carries harmony and strength to every fiber. I am nourished. I am at peace. I am free. He practiced it, and slowly the ulcers healed. He had changed the script, and the body followed. Never forget, your blood does not rebel. It obeys. You must therefore live with vigilance. Let no idle curse escape your lips. Let no thought of weakness linger unchallenged. Each is a seed. Each is a decree. Each is a prescription written in the chemistry of your being. Fill your speech with life, your imagination with strength, your heart with peace. Do this consistently, and your blood will obey. It will carry healing to every cell, energy to every muscle, harmony to every organ. The law does not fail. What is impressed is expressed. Seal this lesson now with a living decree. Say with me, I am healed, I am strong, I am renewed. My blood flows clear, pure, and free, carrying divine power to every cell. I am vital, I am restored, I am whole. Write it down, whisper it before sleep. Repeat it until your subconscious accepts it. For once impressed, it must be expressed, and your blood will rush to fulfill it with perfect faithfulness. Your blood is the river of destiny flowing within you, silently carrying the decree of your inner world to every province of your body. It does not pause to question. It does not hesitate to weigh. It only obeys. If you declare sickness, it carries sickness. If you affirm health, it carries health. If you rehearse fear, it carries fear. This is why every word you utter to yourself is of eternal consequence, for your subconscious hears it, your blood receives it, and your body becomes it. You are never speaking into a void. You are always issuing a command to the living intelligence that governs your being. And the law is exact. What is impressed is expressed. I once counseled a woman who constantly said, "My blood is heavy, my life is weighed down." She spoke it until her body mirrored her decree. Fatigue clung to her, her steps were slow, her days burdensome. I told her, "You are condemning yourself with your tongue. Stop chaining your blood with words of heaviness. Begin to speak lightness." I gave her this affirmation. My blood is light, radiant, filled with divine vitality. Every cell sparkles with energy. Every step flows with ease. She resisted, feeling it false, but I urged her to persist. She repeated it daily until the words became conviction. Slowly her body lifted, her vitality returned, her joy reawakened. Her blood had obeyed the new decree. The transformation was not a mystery, it was law. The subconscious does not deal in logic, it deals in belief. It does not weigh evidence, it accepts conviction. This is why your body can become sick from fear even when no disease exists, and why it can become healed by faith even when medicine fails. The subconscious accepts whatever you declare with feeling, and your blood carries it out. This is why you must speak as though what you desire were already true. Say, I am whole, I am strong, I am healed, not as a distant hope, but as a present fact. The subconscious will accept it, and the blood will obey. Speak in faith, and the unseen will soon be seen. One man with chronic weakness admitted that his constant phrase was, I have no energy, I am drained. His subconscious had obeyed, and his blood carried weariness to every cell. I told him, reverse it. Stop rehearsing death. Begin declaring life. His new decree was, I am charged with divine energy. My blood is alive with power. Every cell is renewed with strength. He repeated it night and morning until his body responded. Soon he found himself working with vigor, his strength restored, his energy flowing freely. He had not discovered a new principle. He had finally applied the eternal law. What you impress, you express. What you say with conviction, your blood will carry to every cell. Your imagination is the brush, and your blood is the canvas. Paint weakness in your mind, and weakness flows in your veins. Paint strength, and strength flows in your veins. Picture sickness, and sickness will be carried out. Picture health, and health will manifest. The subconscious cannot tell the difference between vivid imagination and actual experience. This is why worry poisons the blood, as though the dreaded event had already occurred, and why visualizing health heals as though it were already true. The image you hold is the command your subconscious accepts, and the blood obeys without protest. Fill your imagination with pictures of vitality, of radiance, of renewal, and your body will mirror them in time. Science supports this law. Stress hormones flood the bloodstream when you think fearful thoughts. Healing hormones flood it when you dwell on peace. Anger acidifies the blood. Love balances it. Anxiety constricts circulation. Joy expands it. These are not poetic metaphors. They are observable facts. Yet they only confirm what the law has declared from the beginning. Thought commands chemistry. Belief shapes biology, and the blood obeys both. Your subconscious is the chemist, your thought the prescription, and your bloodstream the laboratory. If you do not like the results, change the prescription. Write a new decree, and let your blood carry it out. Remember, persistence is the path to mastery. One affirmation whispered once may pass into the air, but a decree repeated daily, night and morning, with feeling becomes carved into the subconscious as law, and once accepted as law, the blood obeys. This is why repetition with feeling is so critical. Speak not mechanically, but with fire, with conviction, with expectancy. Feel the truth as you declare it. See yourself as already healed, already strong, already whole. The subconscious will believe it, and your blood will manifest it. One student who battled digestive trouble admitted he often said, I cannot digest light. Everything upsets me. His subconscious obeyed, and his blood chemistry produced his words. I told him, begin to affirm. I digest life with ease. My blood carries harmony and peace. I am nourished and strengthened. He practiced faithfully, and within months his body reflected the decree. His health improved, his life softened, his peace returned. He had spoken harmony into his bloodstream, and his bloodstream had obeyed. Seal this truth tonight with words that will ripple through every vein and artery. Say it with me now. I am strong. I am healed. I am filled with divine energy. My blood flows pure, free, and vital, carrying the presence of God to every cell. I am renewed. I am restored. I am whole. Write it, whisper it, repeat it, until it becomes conviction. For once impressed, it must be expressed, and your blood will carry out your decree with perfect obedience. And so I leave you with one final decree to carry into your days and nights. Say it with me now. I am one with divine life. My blood flows pure, strong, and free. Every cell obeys the law of God, carrying healing, strength, and peace. I am restored. I am renewed. I am whole. Write it, whisper it, repeat it, until it becomes the rhythm of your being. For once impressed, it must be expressed. And as you walk in this truth, remember always, you are not a victim of chance, you are the commander of destiny. Speak wisely, believe boldly, and watch as your blood obeys every word you say. You have now heard the truth that many search for a lifetime and never find. Your blood is not blind, it is not random, it is not beyond your influence. It listens, it obeys, it carries out the law of your belief with perfect faithfulness. Every word you speak, every thought you permit, every image you hold in feeling is delivered into the silent rivers of your being, and from there it becomes flesh. What is impressed is expressed. This is not philosophy alone, it is the law of life, and it is your law to use. You can curse yourself with careless speech, or you can bless yourself with deliberate decree. You can poison your bloodstream with fear, or you can charge it with faith. You can rehearse weakness, or you can affirm strength. The choice has always been yours, and tonight you stand at the threshold of a new destiny. I urge you now to live deliberately. Guard every I am, as though it were sacred, for it is. Attach to it only what you wish to become. Whisper it with conviction, imagine it as already true, and let your blood carry that impression into every cell. Before sleep, give your subconscious noble commands. In the morning, declare strength and peace into your bloodstream. Let your affirmations be more than words. Let them be living decrees spoken with fire, written with faith, sealed with imagination. For the subconscious cannot resist conviction, and the blood cannot delay obedience. As within, so without. As you decree, so shall it be. Life is not against you, it is for you, ready to reflect whatever you impress.